Hello everyone, welcome to the video series on Python. In this video, we are going to learn about operators in Python. First, let's recall what we had learned in the previous videos. So what is Python? Python is a simple programming language with many applications. Python was created by Guido van Rossum. In Python, we can work in two modes. One is the interactive mode and the other one is the script mode. So let's see what is an interactive mode. If we want the instructions to be executed line by line and see the output instantaneously, we'll use the interactive mode. On the other hand, in the script mode, we write a program which is nothing but the script in Python. We write the whole program in the script mode and then see the output by running the program. Now let's see how the interactive mode actually works. What I'm going to do is, I'm going to type a command next to the command prompt in the Python shell. I want to print a statement. So I'll write print parenthesis quotes hello world. I have written hello world in quotes because I want to print hello world as my output. As I want to print it instantaneously, I am using interactive mode. Now I'm pressing enter. As you can see, hello world has been displayed as the output. Now let's see how the script mode in Python works. We are going to write a program to calculate the area and perimeter of square. Let's start. Print calculate area and perimeter of a square. This statement will get printed on the output screen. Now, in order to calculate the area and perimeter of a square, we need to know the side of the square. So let's define the variable side is equal to int. We want to take the side of the square as an input from the user. Input, enter side of square. In order to calculate the area of the square, we need to know the formula for the area of square. So the formula for the area of square is area is equal to side square. So let's define the variable area is equal to side square. So side into side, which is nothing but the square of the side of the square. We also need to define the perimeter. So PM is equal to, the formula to calculate the perimeter of a square is 4 into side. So 4 into side. These two formulas will calculate the area and perimeter of the square respectively. Now we need to print the area and perimeter. So let's write the print statement. Print area of square is comma, the area of the square is stored in the variable area. So we'll write here area. Similarly, we need to do this for perimeter as well. So print perimeter of square is comma, the perimeter has been stored in the variable PM. So I will write here PM. And here the code to calculate the area and perimeter of our square is complete. Now let's run it and see what we get as the output. Go to run and click on run module. Okay. So here it is asking me to enter the side of the square. I'll enter here 2. So the program has automatically calculated the area of the square and perimeter of the square with side 2. Let's see what is an input function in Python. The input function is used to accept a certain value for the variable from the user. The input can be an integer or float, and it can be changed by writing int or float along with the input function. A variable is a named memory location. A variable is used to store the data whose value can change during the program execution by the user. Few examples of the variables are roll number, total, student name. Anything can be used to name the variable. There are many data types in Python. A data type represents the type of data that is stored in a variable. For example, the student's marks is a numeric data, while the student's name or address is an alphanumeric character. So depending on the type, the data type is defined. Integer is one of the data types. It stores integers, that is 25, 35, or long integers is defined by long int. For example, 80,000 is a long integer. Boolean is another type of data type. It represents logical values in the form of true and false. 0 represents false, while 1 represents true. Float is a data type which represents floating point values. 5.6 or 3.14 are the examples of float. String is a data type that represents strings of characters. For example, name or title can be written as a string. A string is always written in double quotes. Let's see how we can use different types of data types in Python by using it in our Python program. Let's define number 1 as an integer. So n1 is equal to int. I want to take the integer as an input from the user. So I will define the input function, input parenthesis, enter integer number. Another number that I want to define should be of the float type. So n2 is equal to float input, enter float number. Now, in order to check the Boolean data type, I will write n3 is equal to n1 greater than n2. Now, if this statement is correct, then the code will return a true value, while if this statement is wrong, it will return a false value. Now, print Boolean value stored in n3 is, comma, since I want the value in n3 to be returned in this print statement, I will write n3. Now, another data type that we learned in Python is string. So let's define a string over here. str is equal to input enter string value. So now this code has used almost all the data types that we have studied. Let's see what we get the output of this code. Run, click on run module. Click on OK. So it is asking me to enter the integer number. I will enter 2. It is asking me to enter the float number. I'll enter 1.2. Now the Boolean value stored in N3 has returned true because number 1, that is N1, is greater than N2. Now let's enter the value of a string. I'll enter the string Rucha, and since it is not showing any error, it has accepted Rucha as a string. Now we are going to learn about operators in Python. Operators are symbols that perform operations on operands. The different kind of operations that can be performed on the operands are arithmetic and logical operations. An operand is basically a value which is involved in the operation. The different type of operators are arithmetic, relational, and logical operators. Arithmetic operators are used to perform basic mathematical calculations. The basic mathematical operations such as addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division can be performed using the arithmetic operators. These arithmetic operators can be further classified as unary operator and binary operator. Unary operator is an operator that performs or operates on only one operand. Let's see how the unary operator works on a single operand. I'm using Python shell and writing the command next to the command prompt. A is equal to 5. Enter. B is equal to -7. Enter. Now I want to print the value of A as it is. So I'm going to write print plus A and press enter. As you can see, the value of A has been printed as it is. Now I want to print the value of B as it is. So I'm going to write print plus B and press enter. So I got the output as -7. Now I want to invert the value of A. So I want to make +5 as -5. So I'll print -A in order to print -5. As you can see, I have got the output as -5. Now print -B should give me +7 as the original value of B is -7. So this is how the unary operator works. We have seen how the unary operator works on the single operand. Now let's see how binary operator works. Binary operator works on 2 operands. Binary operators can be addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, floor division, remainder, and exponential. Addition operator can be used to obtain the sum of values, while the subtraction operator is used to subtract the values. Multiplication and division is used to find the product and divide the numbers respectively. Floor division operator is used to divide the numbers and give the output as an integer. Remainder can be used to find the remainder of a division operation. Exponential is used to calculate the power of the numbers. Let's see how the arithmetic operators in Python work. The arithmetic operations are generally performed on two operands. So we'll need to define two numbers first. Num1 is equal to int input enter first value. Num2 is equal to int input enter second value. Now I want to perform an addition operation on num1 and num2. So I will write the print statement first. Print addition of two values is, comma, the addition needs to be performed between num1 and num2. So I'll write here num1 plus num2. Similarly, subtraction operator can be used. Print subtraction of two values is, comma, num1 minus num2. Let us also try the multiplication operator. Print multiplication of two values is, comma, the product of num1 and num2 needs to be found out. So let's write num1 star, that is nothing but the multiplication operator, num2. Similarly, division can also be done. So let's try the division operator. Print division of two values is, comma, num1 minus num2. Now, floor division operator can be used to perform division and show the result in the form of an integer. So let's try the floor division operator. Print the result of floor division is, comma, the symbol for the floor division operator is double slash. So num1 double slash num2 should give us the floor division. We can also find the cube of num1 or num2. So let's find the cube of num2. Print the cube of second number is, colon, comma, num2 star star is nothing but the symbol for the exponential operator 3. So this will give us the cube of the second number, which is nothing but our num2. Now let's see what results we get after running this code. Go to run and click on run module. Click on OK. It is asking me to enter the first value. So I'll enter the first value as 5. and press enter. I'll enter the second value as 2. So now it has shown me all the results. The addition of the two values, that is 5 plus 2, it is showing as 7. Subtraction 5 minus 2, it is showing as 3. Multiplication has also been performed correctly. And division, since 5 by 2 is not completely divisible, it is showing me 2.5. And now, as you can see, the result of the floor division is 2, as it is showing an integer value. And the cube of the second number, that is the cube of 2, is 8. So the program has displayed all the arithmetic operations successfully. The assignment operator is defined using the equal to symbol. It is used to assign the value of an expression to a variable. We have already used the assignment operator multiple times in our Python programs. Now let's try using the relational operators in the Python interactive mode. I'm going to define two variables A and B. A is equal to 15 and B is equal to 8. Now let's see the relationship between A and B using the relational operators. Let's see if A is less than B. A is less than B. Press enter. It has returned false because 15 is not less than 8. So it has given me the false value since A is not less than B. Now let's try A greater than B. It should return the true value. So as you can see, it has correctly returned the true value. Now let's see if A is greater than equal to B. A is greater than equal to B. Enter. It is true because A is greater than equal to B. A is 15 and B is 8. Now let's check if A is equal to B. So in order to assign the equal to sign, we need to write equal to 2 times. It has given me false value as 15 is not equal to 8. Now let's check if A is not equal to B. It should give me the true value as 15 is not equal to 8. So all the relational operators have shown the relation between A and B properly. Logical operator is another type of the operators in Python. The logical operator yields true or false depending on the outcome of different expressions. The different types of logical operators are AND, OR, and NOT. When using the AND operator, it returns true if both the statements are true. When we are using the OR operator, it returns true if one of the statement is true. The NOT operator can be used to reverse the result and returns false if the result is true. Now let us see how the logical operators in Python work. I'm going to define a variable x and assign it a certain value. X is equal to 8. Now x greater than 5 and x less than 10. Here I have used the AND logical operator. It should return true if both the statements are correct. Let's see what it is returning. It has returned true because x, which is equal to 8, is greater than 5 and x is less than 10. Now let's try the OR logical operator. X equal to 5 or x less than 10. The OR operator returns true if one of the statements is correct. Now let's try the not logical operator. Not x equal to 5. Here x is not equal to 5, so this statement is false. But since we have used the not operator, it will return true. Let's try another example of not operator. Not x equal to 8. Now x is equal to 8, so the ideal answer is true. But since we are using the not operator, the value that will be returned is false. So in this way, the logical operators in Python can be used in our actual Python program. We have learned arithmetic, relational, and logical operators in this video. Now it may happen that an expression in Python may have more than one operator involved in it. When more than one operator is to be evaluated in an expression, the Python interpreter decides at the runtime which operator should be evaluated first. This decision is taken by the Python interpreter based on the precedence and associativity of the operators. Precedence is nothing but the priority order of an operator according to which it is evaluated. An operator belonging to a higher level of precedence is evaluated first. Now, what if the two operators have the same precedence? In such a case, they are either evaluated from left to right or from right to left based on their level. This is termed as associativity. Higher precedence operators are operated before the lower precedence operators. When an expression contains operators which have the same precedence, then whichever operator comes first is evaluated first. In this video, we learned about the operators in Python and how these operators can be used in the interactive and script mode of Python. Thank you. In this video, we learned about the different kinds of operators in Python and how they can be used in interactive and script mode of Python. I hope you liked the video, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.